So New York City ICE raids have taken dozens of illegal migrants into custody, including suspected gang members and accused killers. Yet a massive migrant shelter that would house 2,000 men is still slated to open in NYC next month. Angry residents, they're speaking out.
I had never been afraid in South Bronx. I am now terrified. I'm terrified for me, for my students. I will have to move.
As literally someone that has lived this experience personally, you should be ashamed. It is not okay for you to take our tax money.
Ken Genalo is the ICE acting deputy director, and he joins us now. Ken, thanks so much for joining the program. I know you don't know much about the shelter, but I do know that there's a lot of criminal aliens in New York City. How is this going to make it difficult with New York being a sanctuary city for your job?
Well, obviously, I've been speaking about sanctuary city policies for a long time now. And you see all the great work that the men and women of ICE have been doing in this administration. The problem is the sanctuary policies, basically, there's no cooperation with local law enforcement. So NYPD, unfortunately, can't cooperate with us on our administrative immigration cases. So when we had a unit that was based out of Rikers Island during the former Mayor de Blasio time, when they strengthened the sanctuary policies, they kicked the unit out of Rikers Island, which basically meant that those people that we would vet that were foreign-born aliens at the time, that we determined to be amenable to removal proceedings, we would take into custody. And you know, on an average at that time, over 10 years ago, we were taking, you know, about 100 a month. So if you do the math, that's 100 a month. You're talking about 1,000 to 1,200 individuals that are now being released right back into the community.
So just correct, so the audience understands. So when there's a detainer put on a person, typically, if it's not a sanctuary city, you got a criminal alien that's in the jail. You just want to come and pick them up. As a result of the sanctuary city, you can't do that. So these people are back out in the public, and now you got to send a task force to go after these people.
100%. So basically, someone gets arrested, charged with a crime. They go remanded to custody of Rikers, and then we lodge an immigration detainer, which is also accompanied by an immigration warrant. And due to the sanctuary policies, they will not accept the immigration detainer nor the administrative warrant. So they just release the criminals right back into the community to reoffend. And there's a lot of recidivism with these individuals.
So let's just talk about New York City so the audience can see a picture. We're talking about, I think the last number I heard, around 60,000 criminal migrants in the city. That does not include the gotaways. And we're not just talking about 60,000 people that are illegally in the country, but they have committed a crime, right?
That's correct. I remember quoting some numbers a couple of months ago that it was around that. Unfortunately, it does not include the gotaways.
That's right.
So like you said, when they release these individuals back into the community, as you've seen over the past week, the amount of force that's needed to go out and arrest them, because obviously a lot of these people are bad actors, they're violent felons. And they have the upper hand in their apartments or residences. So when you're going in, you need to ensure you have safety and a show of force. And sanctuary policies also drain taxpayers' money because now we have to send all these resources out to try and arrest these individuals that we could have just taken in the confines and the security of a facility or a jail. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Real quickly, I only got about 15 seconds, but there's rumors going out there that ICE is arresting American citizens, right? Can you just dispel that? There's a difference from an American citizen that is detained when they're around another criminal migrant, but they're not deporting or arresting American citizens, right?
That's correct. Obviously, there's some misinformation and false narratives that are getting played in the media, which unfortunately always seems to accompany our agency. But ICE does not arrest U.S. citizens unless they have a specific criminal warrant for a U.S. citizen. But on an immigration enforcement for the civil immigration cases, we do not arrest U.S. citizens. We focus on criminal aliens and those that present a danger to national security.
Sir, thank you for all that you do. Your men and women are doing a great job out there. I want them to stay safe.
Thanks,
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.